today I'm reviewing the Viseart Libertine palette. And really quick, I just want to say I purchased all these products with my own money, so check out my products at the Amazon link below. So during Sephora's sale this year, I picked up the Viseart Libertine palette. I've got a couple of their mini palettes, but nothing quite like this one. So the shades really appealed to me, so I thought I'd pick it up and get a little bit of a sale too, so I can't complain with that. Anyway, I'm just going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah score scale. So my first criteria is packaging, and they've done a nice job packaging this in a pretty solid case. It's got a nice mirror inside, although the only thing I don't like is opening it. You have to use kind of your nails a little bit, but they've done a nice job packaging this, so no issues with that. My second and third criteria are alcohol and fragrance, and there's none of that in here, so no issues with that. It's primarily talc and mica, so I know some people are sensitive to talc, so but I don't have any issues with it, so thankfully. My fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in the U.S., so no issues with that. My fifth criteria is ease of use, and this is very easy to use. And what I really like about this, it's got 9 colors, it's got 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. The Viseart mattes are pretty awesome. Their shimmers are decent. The mattes for Viseart, for me, always outperform the shimmers, but it's got some unique colors. And what I like about this, though, it's got a very light color, so you can use it on your brow bone, and it's got a few darker shades that you could use as powder eyeliner. But I really like them having a light shade because when I travel, I have to use a light shade on my brow bone pretty much always. So a lot of palettes don't include that. So I really like the fact that they included that. And this was kind of a fun opportunity to get a palette that's got some good mattes in there and a few shimmers. And I'm wearing it on my eyes right now. I'm wearing the this row along with these two. So you can definitely make some fun looks with it. So it's very easy to use. There's little to no fallout, which I really like. And the mattes are pretty pigmented, very blendable, very buildable. The shimmers are okay. They're decent. They're not the best shimmers I've used. So don't buy this for the shimmers because there's a lot of palettes that have similar shades in shimmer versions that will outperform these, but the mattes are awesome. So, and it's a nice combination of colors. So on to my sixth criteria, which is pigmentation. And these are pretty pigmented. Again, the mattes pretty much always outperform the shimmers. So I'm going to swatch this for you guys, and I'm going to use my color switch. So check these out on the Amazon link. It makes it very easy. You don't have to clean your brush in between colors. And it's got a fun unicorn. So I call it the unicorn fur. So the magical unicorn fur. So I'm going to swatch these. And remember, I'm wearing the purples on my eyes right now. So that is the lightest color, which doesn't show up very much, but and then the taupe shade, I'm wearing it as a transitional color in my crease, and that again is very buildable, very blendable, and very pigmented. So the darkest shade on here is the navy blue, which you only need a little bit, so that's pretty pigmented. There's like no kickback and no fallout to these eyeshadows, which is what I really like about Viseart. There's never any kickback, hardly ever any fallout. Almost every time after I do my eyes, I have to go through with a fan brush and kind of make sure I don't have any crumbles or specks or anything, and I didn't have any, so it's nice to see. And then this is the first shimmer, and like I said, the shimmers on here are okay. In my opinion, for a palette, though, that costs this much, I would rather them perform a little bit better. So like I said, don't purchase this for the shimmer because you're going to be a little bit disappointed with that. So, but the shimmers build after a few seconds. You know, after a few coats, they build, which is nice because a lot of shimmers aren't very buildable. These are buildable, and you're going to have to build them up because they don't show up very easily without it. So let me give you a little swatch of this guy. And that one is kind of a shimmery burgundy shade. I've got a little bit of use out of it, but not a ton. It's a unique shade. So, and then let me do the teal shade, which is very beautiful as well. So very fun colors. So very pigmented. Purple, this is one of the colors I'm wearing right now, which is kind of a purple burgundy. I'm not the best at describing colors, am I? I've got a friend that any color she could name. She could make up every shade similar to it. So, and then the very last one is the one that's the brighter purple, which I'm actually wearing on my eyelid right now. So, so very fun, very bold shades. And I just love the fact that they included a transition color as well as a base bone color. So in terms of pigmentation, it's pretty good. My 7th criteria is animal testing, and from all the websites I read, it says Viseart is cruelty-free. However, when I look at Sephora's website doesn't mention that Viseart is cruelty-free, and almost every brand that is cruelty-free, they point it out. And they also don't have any leaping bunny on here. It's not vegan, but so in terms of cruelty-free, the few websites I looked at that do a lot about animal testing and things like that stated that they were cruelty-free. So I'm going to take them for their word and go with it and say that they're cruelty-free. However, if you have any information or any interesting links, send them to me, because I like to be in the know on all this stuff. So my 8th criteria is performance, and this performs nicely. I use this with a primer and mostly without a primer. I'm kind of in between primers. I usually use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but the last, my last two of it kind of didn't seem like the same product. So I'm kind of been using no primer lately, and this one lasted all day. It didn't flake, it didn't smudge, it didn't end up looking muddy. So it performed nicely. I have a feeling it's because talc is one of the main ingredients, and it probably absorbs a lot of the oil from the eyelids. So, but it performed nicely and didn't end up looking mucky or muddied at all. So I really was impressed with it. And then on to my 9th criteria, which is price. And if you don't pick this up on sale, it's $49. However, I suspect if you kind of watch this, soon it'll be on sale from time to time. So that's what I suspect. But I'm not always right. But lately, Viseart has been on and off sale at Sephora. So this one isn't on sale right now, but maybe next time it will be. I don't know. And then on to my 10th criteria, which is the it factor. And well, the mattes were fabulous. I think I would probably, if this were all mattes without the shimmers so much, I probably would have given it the it factor. But the shimmers are slight letdown, but they're still decent. But just not what you expect from a $50 palette. But still decent palette. So overall, this got an 8 out of 10, which is still pretty good. And some fun shades. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to check this out yet or not. Or what other Viseart palettes have you tried, and how have you liked them if you've tried any of the other ones. So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. Thank you so much, guys.